So we left off by giving several gamer tag recommendations, but the problem with this is that sometimes we might get less than, or I'm sorry, 10 gamer tag recommendations. Problem is sometimes we might really get 9 or 8 if we have two that are the same, because we have no way of detecting when we have duplicates being generated. So how can we fix that? Well, let's think through the steps for a minute. So back to computational thinking concepts. What do we need in order to do that? Well, we're going to need to check for every value we print if we've printed that previously. So that means that we almost need like a memory of what we're doing. So one, we need to generate a gamer tag. We need to check if the gamer tag generated is unique or whether it has already been generated. And then 3, if unique, we can print it, else or otherwise, we need to get a unique one. Well, in order to do this, we're going to need to keep track of every item we're printing. So we're going to need a third list. And this is why we're working with multiple files here. So I'm going to make a list and I'm going to call it, I'm just going to call it, let's call it unique gamer tags. And right now I'm going to set it equal to empty square brackets. It's an empty list. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this while loop and we're going to see, we're generating the adjective here, we're generating the noun here. And by the way, this shouldn't be inside my loop. That is a mistake. This needs to be out here because there's no reason these indexes aren't changing when we're running the program. So we don't need to recalculate every time. We just want a new random number each time so we can get a different adjective and noun from those random indexes we're creating. Okay, so that gets us our adjective and our noun. This is our gamer tag here. And now we need to do something new. Check if the gamer tag already exists in the list. So remember, this is combining our two strings and this underscore symbol is making it all one string. So now it's all one variable. It's all one string. So we can check, and we have this very special syntax in Python. We can say if, so I'm starting an if condition, if gamer tag in unique gamer tags print, oh no, duplicate tag. And then let's see what value it is. Need to put my F over here, and then I can put gamer tag in these curly braces. So I haven't fixed the problem yet. I just want to see when it occurs. If but this isn't going to work at all. Why? Because I'm never adding the value into the list. So what I need to do is at the end here, I need to say unique gamer tags, that's my list, dot append, meaning add to the end of the list, gamer tag. So now the first time we run through this loop, it's going to check and there's nothing in the list. So this will be false. So it won't print, oh no. And then we'll add that first item that we created into the list. And the second time we check, we're going to be checking and seeing if it second value we generate is in the list. Chances are we have a pretty good chance that it's not, but there is a non-zero chance that it could be the exact same that we already generated previously, and that chance increases each time we generate a new one, that it'll be the same as one of the previous, because each time we're checking all of the previous. So this in keyword is special because it's actually allowing us to do a for loop that we don't even have to write. It's checking if this matches any single value in the list. However many items we have, it's checking each one by one. So it's like if I had tag 1, tag 2, it's checking, does this match 1? Does this match 2? It's checking every single one. Okay, so now let's run this. Uh-oh, getting no output. What's gone wrong here? I think I stopped printing the outputs. I'm going to print the whole list at the end. So look at this. Oh no, duplicate tag, auspicious potato. So it got generated the second time and it got generated again the last time. So that means that we really only have 9 recommendations. So how do we deal with that now? Okay, so we are able to check and see when there's a duplicate, but we need to deal with it. Well, let's think about this. What if I only added 1 to gamer tags printed when it was unique? That might look something like this. And let's only add it to the list if it's unique, because we don't want duplicates in the list. Let's see if this solves our problem. So it said, oh no, duplicate tag, auspicious haze. But look at how many times it appears in our list. I see it only once. How many items total do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we still have got 10 unique items, and we only have every item appears once. So we have fixed it. We've solved that uniqueness problem. Now let's think about why. Even though, so this condition says, while this value is less than 10, we're going to keep running. So even though this loop, in this case, it ran 11 times, we didn't add +1 on that time where we got a duplicate. We just kept it, it was previously at 9, we just kept it at 9 and let it run again. Or maybe that wasn't on the 9th run. I'm not sure what run that was on. But anyway, whatever run it happened on, we just didn't count that one. And so we just made it run again. So there's an easier way we could represent this. We don't actually even need, let me see. While gamer tags printed is less than gamer tags to print. Try and think. Yeah, we don't need to check this if else, because now we know we're catching it. And so now that we see that it works, we don't need this oh no output anymore, because we've already figured out that we are dealing with a duplicate correctly. So what can we do? We can rewrite this and simplify. So gamer tag in unique gamer tags, we have to keep that in. But what I really need to do is just get rid of this, get rid of the else, and instead of doing this, we need to say if not. We're reversing the logic. So if the gamer tag is not in unique gamer tags, we're going to add it to the list, and we're going to add this counter, 1 to this counter. Otherwise, we're not, and we're going to repeat again, right? Or you could write it, if that's hard to understand, you could write it like this. If gamertag in gamertags equals false, meaning it's not in there. I think this would even work. Yeah. If not, yeah. So there we go. So that's our advanced output, but this output doesn't look very clean yet. Let's write a for loop so we can display it in a nice clean list. So I'm going to take that line, this one, and just move it down with the other print output, just so it's easier to keep this organized. And I'm gonna write some comments. This list will store each new gamer tag so we can verify that each newly generated tag is not already stored in the list. That list is our memory. So it's good to write detailed comments like this, so when we look at this code 6 months later, it doesn't take forever to figure out how it works. Now output suggestions and organized list. Okay, let's do that. So I'm going to say for item in unique gamer tags print item. Now what's even better about this is I can also enumerate it. Now I've already showed you counter variables, so one way we could do that is by saying I equals 0, or I could say I equals 1 would be even better for counting. And then at the end of every block of this loop, that's what all the code that's part of this loop is called. It's called a block. I can say I plus equals 1, and then I can say print I comma item. And even though I is a number and item is a string, it actually converts this to a string for us when we use the comma. So let's try that. And that works. But if I wanted period after that, I could do it like an F string. I do it like this. I comma or I period, and then curly braces item. Okay, now see how this one, when we get to 10, it has an extra space there. Well, formatting strings let us pad strings as well, or F strings rather. So let me pull up a browser window, do a little Google search here. And let's see. Okay, so you can pad the left of our string and the right of our string. So this will pad the right and make the total width 10 characters. Okay, so I use this right caret symbol for the right, left caret symbol for the left. Let's try this. So pad right, and I'm counting 1 character, 2, 3. Let's do 4. Actually, no, because we need it to be just the number. So let's pad it 2. Okay, so this goes, I have to type a colon. Then I type that right symbol, right, or greater than symbol. And then I type 2. And now watch how this changes. You see the difference? It's aligned these so they take 2 character spaces. And this makes it so that now all of our items are very neatly aligned. So if you're OCD like me, there you go. Now there's an easier way to even do this. Instead of declaring our own variable and incrementing it by 1 every time, Python has a built-in, because they know programmers like to access the index quite often when they're looping. And so they have this function called enumerate, and you just wrap it around your list. So in other words, enumerate is consuming this as its input, and it spits out the item that we would have gotten anyway, but it also spits out the index. So it spits out two values, returns or outputs two values, and we use them both by separating them with a comma, and then I can just use them just like this. Uh-oh, look at this. Now it starts counting at 0 and ends at 9. So what can we do? Wait a second. Let's just do I plus 1. Now it doesn't matter if it starts counting at 0. So there's our nice, neat, organized list. So we've created a really cool, robust program, and you can continue to build on this. But I hope this has shown you just how powerful it is to really get in the weeds and learn what a programming language, what you can do. Once you get familiar with loops and libraries and control structures like if and elif and else, then you can create your own powerful programs just like this one. Thanks for following along, and reach out if you need any help. Feel free to reach out in the comments, email me, share your code, and let me know.